Moving? Oh, look at
All
us.
right.
It's
we're
happening.
Live. It's
It's
happening.
happening.
Trent did not have enough time to put down
It's fine.
his strawberry, thanks to the amazing edible arrangements. Look at this bad boy. Look at this beautiful platter.
Oh,
I don't
it's
want to
so
lift
bad.
it too high.
It's really good.
So that
I
they
really
all
want
go
one.
flying. But we got chocolate-covered strawberries on here, pineapple heart, grapes, edible arrangements. We're obsessed. We were so excited. Yeah, Kelly's like, can you pass me one?
Let's have a little plate.
We
I
were
don't
so
even
excited
know.
when we heard Edible
Oh, okay.
Arrangements was coming on board for cutting stems. Right now, you know, Valentine's Day is coming up.
It's
As much
coming
as
up.
you
Faster than you
don't,
think.
I know. Faster
it's only a month
than,
away, really.
Yeah, faster than you think. Exactly. They do same day delivery. You can go to edible.com, use promo code CuttingStems10 to get $10 off your next order of $59 or more. You can do pickup, delivery, amazing things with the not only edible arrangements, they have the flower arrangements as well.
Yes, we have
Top
some
notch
beautiful
stuff.
fresh flowers
Yeah,
today,
flower
mixed in
bouquets,
with our flower
beautiful,
garden.
beautiful
our rose
options.
garden.
So once again, Cutting Stems $10 off orders of $59 or more. So we're here, The Bachelor week 2.
Let's recap the first half of the national championship
let's-
right here.
let's talk about-
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Here we go.
We're
Apparently-
actually going to do live updates. So apparently,
Go.
Monday Night Football, Wild Card Weekend
Yeah.
is important enough to move The Bachelor, but the College National Championship is not.
Very confusing.
Yeah, that's kind of
I,
nuts.
I guess they
Yeah, for
just.
those-
I guess they had to pick, right? Like they were like, we
Yeah.
can't move two in a week.
True.
Yeah. Well,
We
we'll
gotta
say this.
pick one, and
For
they
those
went
who
with
don't-
playoffs.
For those who don't pay attention, for those who don't know, like myself and all my friends, I know this. Tonight was the college football
College football
championship?
national.
Yep.
Was
It's
tonight.
happening right now.
It's happening right now.
Alabama
as we
and
speak,
Georgia.
Which, that's a big deal. People care about that.
Yeah.
Big
Next
time.
week,
Big deal.
we have no Bachelor. There is no Bachelor next week. There will be Bachelor the following week, but there is no Bachelor next week because of not
Wild
even
card
like
weekend.
not even like that. Is it that big of a
Playoffs.
deal?
It's a playoff game.
It's a playoff game, but is it big enough to
First
cancel
round.
the Bachelor? Is it bigger than the college finals? I'll ask that question.
Personally, I would think the college football championship is bigger.
Yeah,
I wonder what the viewership
I
numbers
bet-
are.
that's a good question.
Yeah.
NFL is king. NFL is always
NFL is
king.
king.
Right.
It is.
No matter what.
Especially
So,
with the NFC, NFL always wins. Yeah.
But yeah, it was a surprise to us. I don't. They've never done this in the past where they skip over a week.
don't
Yeah, I don't
Whatever.
remember them.
And not only are we skipping a week, but we're skipping over on a to be continued, which is tough. Because in
Tough.
2 weeks, we're going to forget everything that happened. But I'll be honest, guys, this was a tough episode for thinkers of the world. It's just,
Yeah.
it was just hard to process.
If you,
it
Fran, if
was
you,
so, the girls were just,
Shanae.
Shanae. Oh no, Trent. Don't
This the whole
get me
time.
going. Don't get me going
Like,
so early in the
I-
show with Shanae.
I think Clayton
Fran,
maybe
honestly,
said
I think if
20
you-
words the whole episode.
If you have a brain, okay, if you have a brain inside your skull,
Yeah.
you would have hated this episode this week.
Tonight was,
I think
yeah,
that's the issue.
no,
is if you had a brain in your skull, you would have hated this episode. Not because the episode
Still
was
entertaining.
bad. It's still entertaining, certainly. It's because of the girls that are. Oh my God, Trent, all this.
I just
No,
got
I know,
so
it's just-
much
yeah,
chocolate
you
on
got
this
it.
Yeah, that's
sweatshirt.
tough,
Yeah, you
that's
did.
tough.
This might just be a throwaway.
Yeah.
I might just get home tonight and throw this right in the
You got a lot of
garbage.
chocolate on your
Sometimes when you eat, something gets
It's not
so much
translating.
all over you that it's not even salvageable,
Right.
Yeah.
and you just throw it right in the garbage. This might
I
be one of
think it might
those.
have to
It's a
go in the
beautiful
garbage.
sweatshirt,
It's a great
but
sweatshirt, yeah.
sorry, I didn't mean to do
Store
it.
it up, barstoolsports.com probably.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it is. Yeah.
But no, I just think that these are the kind of episodes where, in the beginning, we see the girls trying to establish themselves, trying to make a name for themselves. Some
Yeah.
of them go the route where they just want to make out with the Bachelor all the time. Some of them want to start drama. Some of them want to be honest. But it's these episodes that really make you feel brain dead by the end of it. Like you just feel like,
and
oh
I
my God.
cannot get behind. I really don't like the episodes. These are 2 hours, and I really don't like the episodes where we just focus on 2 girls.
Right.
Like
It's the
there are
worst.
so many girls.
This early too. This early.
I know.
There's so many bitches
and
right now.
Susie,
2 girls?
Susie did get a one-on-one date. It was a great date, but like for everything else, every other group date basically surrounded 2 people, and it was just the whole topic the whole time. And they're 2 people who clearly, I think, came in with a strategy to act the way that they're acting right now. But let's start from the beginning. We had the first group date. It, of course, is like a kid's birthday party. Clayton
Yep.
loves kids, guys.
My worst
Clayton
nightmare.
loves kids.
The minute I saw Bouncy House, I was like, this episode is not for me.
The best part of this episode was
out.
Hilary Duff, by far.
She's
Hillary.
great, man.
She
She's
looks
great.
amazing.
She
She's
looks
fantastic.
amazing.
She's
Yes.
a fan. Clearly, we love her for that.
Yep,
We love
yep.
Hillary.
She's a fan. She is also appearing on the next season, the first season of How I Met Your Father, airing on Hulu, which is Disney owned, so.
Of course.
Because it's like, how the fuck is Hilary Duff on this show right now?
It's such a funny thing too,
Yeah.
especially when
You gotta follow the
showed
promotion
her,
trail.
Right, they showed her like on the show or being Hilary Duff as like the confidant or whatever, and then the first commercial they went to was a commercial for How I Met Your Father. Like it's very, if you pay attention to things like that, like we all do because we watch it so many seasons in a row, it's all very calculated in a funny way.
I hope she's a fan. I think she's a fan.
I think she is too.
She definitely is.
She
Yeah.
definitely
She's talked
is.
about it, I think.
She has.
It's organic.
What is your knowledge of Hilary Duff?
Lizzie McGuire.
Yeah.
Okay.
You watched
The
Lizzie
early,
McGuire?
That's all you need,
on
really.
Disney,
Okay.
or the
Yeah,
early
Disney,
days.
Yeah, Disney.
Was there a Lizzie McGuire movie?
There was.
Yes.
That might be the
Sing to
extent
me,
of it.
Paolo.
Yeah.
That might be
Yeah,
the
yeah.
extent of it. I loved Lizzie McGuire as a kid, though.
Love to hear that.
I
Yeah.
do
Love
too,
to hear
Trent,
that,
because
Trent.
I
Love
always
to hear
loved
that.
Lizzie too, and I wondered like, do boys like the show? Like, because it was kind of, it was
Yeah.
like a little girly.
I was all in on Disney when I was a kid. For
Yeah.
those that original programming.
Yeah.
Like
Totally.
what was the space show?
Xenon Girl of the 21st Century.
That's the one.
Xenon.
Really loved that one too.
Love
That was a movie.
Those are
Was
movies,
it? Oh, I
yeah.
thought that was a show.
Xenon
Yeah.
were movies.
I loved Luck of the Irish, the movie.
Yep.
Me
One
too.
of my probably still
Ryan
one of my-
Merriman is like Ryan Merriman might have been it for me. Like
Yeah.
he
He
might
was
have been
the
like
same
my
one that was
sexual
in
awakening.
Smart House, right?
Smart House,
Yeah,
of
yeah,
course.
yeah.
Smart House. Smart House, Luck of the Irish.
Brink.
Yeah. I
Brink
knew
was
Oh,
great.
that early. That was a really good
Motocross
one.
is a good one.
Really good one. All that stuff is good. Love Lizzie McGuire. Love
Okay,
Hilary
great.
Duff now.
Good. I'm glad. And she did feel involved. She wasn't like too much involved.
Yeah.
Except for the girls freaking out over her, which justified. I would have freaked
Completely.
out
I would have
over
screamed.
seeing her as well. Cassidy went the route of ignoring everything else that the girls were supposed to be doing, talking about how she's just there for Clayton, making out with Clayton, talking to Hilary Duff. The face Hilary Duff made when
like-
she was talking to her, she's like, why are you talking to me?
Yeah, very much.
You're not supposed
Very
to
much
be.
looking around like,
You
"Excuse-
are
is
not
there-
supposed to
can
be
someone
talking
help
to me."
out of here. Yeah.
This happens every couple of seasons where you'll have a contestant that says, I'm here just to date the
Yeah.
person, and I don't want to have to interact with any of the dates, which
Yes.
I think is fine to a degree, but you're going to get backlash because you are on a TV show. Like, I understand that you are there to date that person, you are there to potentially get engaged to that person, so there's a bit of honor in being like, the only thing I'm here for is to date that person. But you can't do it in the way that Cassidy did it, where you're just mean to the other girls. And you're leaving the duties to the other girls, and you're just like, I'm not building the house, I'm gonna go make out with Clayton by the pool.
What is the point of coming into a show like this and not at least like going along with it? Like I know that we can sit on in our ivory tower and like make fun of whatever we want to on the show. But if I'm on the show and I'm presented with this like group date that involves kids and a bounce house and Hilary Duff, I'm gonna be like, you know what?
gotta
Okay,
play
this
the
is
game.
cool. You gotta play the game. Be like, Hilary Duff is awesome. I appreciate this. Maybe I'm not her like #1 fan, but that doesn't mean I'm going to purposefully be like, well, fuck Hilary Duff and fuck this date. I'm just gonna like make out with him and like I don't care about literally anything else. It's like you just look like a dickbag the
It's
entire
like
time.
it's like she came in with a prepared line, like scripts that she was gonna hit. Like she was ready to be like, I'm here to date Clayton, not make friends. Like it was like the classic, like she's almost the pull doll of a Bachelor villain.
Exactly.
Like every time
The wind-up
she was just
doll.
hitting all the notes perfectly. And I don't know what wacky. And she got the rose, by the way. She got that birthday rose.
She got the rose because Clayton's a man. Clayton's a man, and of course he gets the rose to the first woman that's sticking his tongue down his throat for an
At
hour.
the end of the day, you're making out with a good-looking woman near the pool, and
they were all over each other.
All over each other. Hopefully the kids had gone indoors and were eating cake or something inside
For
at that
Yosef's
point.
sake. For Yosef's sake.
Yeah, hopefully, you know. But at the end of the day, like, I mean, Clayton is in a little over his head. He doesn't totally know what to expect and what types of strategies girls are going to use against him.
Yeah. He has no idea.
Not a clue.
And every time he has been confronted with a challenge, or this girl is this way, or this girl is this way, he's like,
He's just
he's like,
Thank you for
it's
telling
almost
me
like
that.
it's almost like he's very overwhelmed.
Ria's calling me and I don't even want to answer.
What is she saying?
What? I mean, we're in the middle of the show. What do you mean I'm not gonna pick up?
Oh, she called me too and left me a voicemail.
Oh no.
Oh, Rhea left you a voicemail, Trent.
She did, yeah. I'm seeing it now.
Okay.
It doesn't say anything.
Hey, trying to blank you.
What's she saying?
What is happening right now? Does she know that we're live?
She would like us to make sure that everyone knows that Rhea's not here because, well, I didn't, what did you want me to say?
Oh, you didn't even mention it.
Oh, yeah. Fuck. Sorry, Rhea. We did not mention
I didn't know how much you,
kind of
that is
I
fucked
didn't know
up.
how
That's
much
fucked.
you wanted to share.
Didn't say one word about it. Just went.
Well, I forget because we talk about it the whole time, so
Right,
it's like
yeah.
obvious
Right.
to us why she's not here, but yes.
Well, he won't be able to play the voice. I don't think the mic will be able to pick that up, but Rhea was in close contact with a positive COVID case, so she's not here.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Does
Yeah,
that
yeah.
suffice?
Jesus, Trent.
Fuck.
With this
Okay.
chocolate.
And she's going to get a test before she comes back to the office.
There you
All
go.
right.
All right.
Everyone says okay.
Thank you to Rhea for being responsible. Tell her that we said that.
Sorry for not
Okay.
mentioning it.
Yeah. She says, we're all doing a great job.
Appreciate that. Appreciate
Okay,
that.
goodbye.
Live criticism,
Okay.
constructive criticism.
Yeah.
And
No,
she
I-
sent 90 texts to the group.
well, my phone's in the bushes. We know this.
We were having a good laugh, and it is a little fucked up that we didn't even mention it.
We were very concentrated on it. She was like, it's like those strawberries on that stool or me. Yeah,
No, I mean, yeah, it's like they
you're
did.
right.
They did take her place tonight,
You're right, you're
unfortunately.
right.
But that is
Yes,
the case.
yes. She had announced on Twitter that she
Yes.
would not be a part of the show
Yes.
tonight. So we felt like that statement did the trick.
Yeah.
If you can play the voicemail out loud, she would like it to be played.
I actually
if you
don't. I don't think it's as long as I have a 3-second voicemail from her.
Oh, well,
This is what I got.
can you put on speaker?
Yep.
He's got it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think she said there's nothing there.
It's like, hey, Trent, something, something.
I actually think she might have used a swear word.
An expletive? Oh, yeah, she says,
Hey Trent, fuck you.
Yeah. Okay.
wow.
Wow. Fuck you to Trent. Well,
That's really
Trent.
nice.
Wow.
Finally, it's our time.
Trent.
Rhea's not here. I've got these new nails.
All right.
Anyway.
Oh, boy. Well,
Okay.
we miss you, Rhea.
Yeah, we
Thank
miss
you for
you.
watching.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you for watching. We appreciate that.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Loyal viewer.
She's
Loyal
a loyal
viewer.
viewer.
Loyal viewer. Okay.
She's not. Yeah, she'll look. She'll have plenty to say for the recap. We know that.
Yeah, you'll do the recap. And
She has plenty to say for the recap.
Mm-hmm.
What was I gonna
Cassidy
say?
got the group date rose.
Oh, Cassidy got the group date rose. That's all going to her head big time.
Yes.
She's going back to the mansion. She's coaching Shanae on how to act, how to get the rose. Like, it's that dynamic. Weird situation going on between those two.
You tweeted something interesting, and I think
Yes.
you're right, which I had not thought of.
That's what I was
that
about to say.
Shanae is, or Cassidy's coaching Shanae, so she'll eliminate herself pretty much.
Right. So what Cassidy is doing, and I think it sounds like Cassidy's getting her rose taken away. We didn't get to talk about that, but she's got her shit, whatever. We'll
Yeah,
get into that. So Cassidy might be
potentially.
fucked regardless. But in the meantime, she was setting it up right by like kind of getting Shanae as like under her wing and establishing herself as like the cool girl to pay attention to and
Yeah,
to like
like,
listen
I've
to
got
or
all the
whatever.
answers.
So Shanae now is worried about like looking cool to the girls, not Clayton so much. So Cassidy's like playing one game. She's got Shanae under her shoulder, like manipulating her a little bit. And that's just like the oldest trick in the
Those
book.
two
she
are like
just,
whispering in their bunk beds about like what their
Right.
strategy is.
Yep.
Big time.
No, but I don't even think that they're whispering together. I think that Cassidy is like, this is what you should do, and this is
Yeah.
what I'm gonna do, and Shanae's like, okay, yes, mame, and like that's how it's happening.
Yeah.
And then
I
and then
agree.
Shanae is just really bad at it, just like
So
not
bad.
good at her.
Because even on the
execution.
second date, it was like, Shanae was like, I would have, like Cassie would have sat there.
Right.
It was weird. Like it's like,
It's bizarre.
You're two different people. This is freaking me out.
It's bizarre.
Susie got the one-on-one date. I
Mm-hmm.
would just like to personally say that I struggle with Susie just because I literally have never met a single Susie in my life.
Yeah.
I don't
that's
know
tough.
one Susie.
I don't either.
I have an Aunt Susie, and that's it. When I hear
Yeah.
Susie, I think Aunt vibes.
Suze. I got
Suze,
nothing.
Aunt Suze,
She
and that's it.
She got the one-on-one date, and it was epic. Unbelievable. It was a helicopter ride that landed on a yacht. This is date one.
Yeah.
Date
It is-
one.
It is insane. It is insane, like to have date one be so extravagant because there's nowhere to go.
Helicopter
but down.
to a yacht. That's a fun.
What did they
that's
miss?
An end of the season.
The only
date.
thing they missed in this date, they basically packed every single cool date that they've ever done in The Bachelor before into one date. The yacht, the helicopter, the beach, the seas, like whatever. All they were missing was a hot tub. So it's like the only place we can go from here is a hot tub. It's not good enough.
Do you think that due to the I guess I'm sure they lost money as well. But I'm thinking on if they saved any money because of the
During
pandemic
COVID?
and they couldn't travel. So you didn't spend all
I mean, they might have, but you know what though? They might not have because they probably
that they're
spent
just
as
using
much
it
money.
all now.
No, true. But they also might have spent so much money on like the precautions,
Testing,
like
all that,
testing
yeah.
and
True.
flying people
They
in and
actually
out.
probably
I'm sure
lost.
there's-
They actually probably lost.
And I'm
money.
sure
Probably.
they're still
Putting
testing
people
like
up in
crazy.
separate hotel rooms when they could have just
yeah.
thrown them all in the mansion that they already
Yeah.
own. Like I feel like there's a lot of like they
Yeah.
had to rent a whole new space. I don't think that
Whatever
It was just
is
an
going
unbelievable
on,
date.
Yeah.
we were joking about it while we were watching it. Like the budget for The Bachelor is always just
Always.
like crazy,
Exorbitant. It's
And I
exorbitant
know like
every
the last
time.
couple of years have been strange for different reasons, but like yeah, helicopter to yacht, boy, you don't usually see that this early.
Nope.
No.
Nope. Or with any, I don't think I've ever seen a helicopter to yacht on The Bachelor before. That's Jeff Bezos shit. Like I've never seen that on a
Yeah, the
reality TV
reaction-
show. Or have we? And I just forgot.
No, the reaction we had when we saw that helicopter pulling up to the yacht, I think we would have remembered that.
That was nuts.
Yeah, that's like final date Love Island.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like-
exactly. Like that's
yeah,
like
yeah.
we're shelling out for the grand finale.
Yeah.
Like that's what that is.
Susie and Clayton seem to get along very well. I could probably say that about literally every single girl
Yeah.
right now because I think Clayton really does like all of them. But he's, I see a connection between Clayton and Susie. I like Susie by far. I mean, she's the one who's gotten the one-on-one date. It seems to be the one we've actually gotten to know the most right now. She seems like a great girl, and she was able to share more of her story with Clayton. And, they had a beautiful performance. They danced.
Yeah.
She got the rose.
You
as well.
loved that performance, the musical
yeah.
performance.
Oh, I loved it. What's that girl's name?
Amanda Jordan.
Amanda Jordan, an angel from heaven. Like
Yeah.
she is the most beautiful, gorgeous, like precious little thing
Yeah.
I've ever seen in my whole life. And I mean, I don't know, it was just lovely. She looked like
Yeah.
she was just,
She
she's
looked
real
angelic.
pale, right? Angelic.
Yeah.
She's pale. She's got the really blonde hair. She's on a stage with the lights and the big dress, and she just looked like beautiful. And I was
Yeah.
like, what a lovely performance.
Yeah, I usually
It's a
make
great
fun of
song.
the like obscure singer-songwriters
Yeah.
on the show.
Same.
But she took my breath away,
Yeah,
Amanda Jordan.
she was stunning. She was
I
wonderful.
couldn't even make fun of her.
Those always seem nice to me. I feel like they sometimes feel awkward or they look like they might be awkward, the one-on-one dates where it's like the singular performer for the situation.
Yeah.
But in reality, I feel like if I were going into a big room where there's a performer, it is pretty romantic. Like it's kind of like maybe
Absolutely.
it's a little awkward, but if there's lights and it's a performance and there's a band, it's like, oh, this is something that you've set up for me. It's like less awkward that way, I feel. I don't know. I've started to feel like it's less awkward as like the time goes on. Maybe that's because of all this exposure to it
Yeah.
happening on The Bachelor.
Yeah, it could be.
But I now suddenly don't think it's that weird.
Yeah, I believe that is
I'm
like
just,
the definition
it's like
of
shock
exposure,
therapy.
Shock
Yeah,
therapy,
yeah.
exactly.
Right. I do
Um,
love shock therapy. So.
The second group date was a game of Never Have I Ever. In a classroom, Shanae is ready to take these girls' heads off.
Oh no.
Z-Way was there.
Z-Way?
Z-Way, right?
I honestly, I didn't hear her name. I missed it.
It was Z-Way, and
Z-Way.
I'm not familiar with
Z-Way.
Z-Way, but
I'm not
I don't know
familiar
her
either,
either. I
but
don't know
I
either.
liked her. I
Yeah,
thought
she
she was
did
I thought
very
she was
funny.
great, very funny. But I don't know. Who she is.
My sister, who's a lot cooler than I am, said she's very funny, very good
Love her.
on comedians.
go.
So there you go.
Love her.
And she definitely was having fun with it, and they're joking about the Never Have I Evers, and Shanae's being weird about it. It all started. Elizabeth took that seat next to Clayton before Shanae did, and then they were off to the races after that. The obstacle course, Shanae pushing Elizabeth down.
crazy.
Crazy stuff.
Shanae then going to Clayton and saying Elizabeth is two-faced and here for the wrong reasons for quite literally no reason
She
at
just
all.
made that
an
up.
unsolicited attempt to try and get Elizabeth out of there because she doesn't like her. And
Literally because she took the seat that Shanae wanted.
right.
That was
I
it.
wouldn't
That's
be
it.
surprised if there of all the like because there is a lot of blondes. I wouldn't be surprised if they're all like, we all look too somewhere. We got to get rid of some
You
of
gotta
these.
start
Honestly,
getting rid of some of these people.
I think if I'm in their shoes, I probably would think the same. I'd be like, there's too many bitches that look just like
Just
me.
like
I need to start weeding them out. Like if I need to be a bitch to do that, I need to be a bitch to do that. Like get them out of here. It's
I
fine.
really do feel like that had something to do with it because it escalated so quickly to where all of a sudden they're going back and forth. Clayton talking to Shanae and Clayton talking to Elizabeth, and then Shanae and Elizabeth talking together, and they're referencing this conversation with NC, and Elizabeth's like talking about her ADHD and she has a hard time paying attention. There was two people, and she explained it.
Right.
And look, Elizabeth she was like, let's put this behind us, let's move on, let's end this. Shanae is just stirring and stirring.
But she's not like as good at it as Cassidy is.
Right.
Like,
she's just doing it thinking that it will yield the same results.
Yeah.
Like she's not being calculating about it, which is the problem. And
because
instead,
even Cassidy was like, yeah, Shanae, you should probably.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
And
Which
that's
is like
Cassidy knows the moments.
Exactly.
And that's when what
And
you
Shanae
tweeted made
is
all the sense in
failing.
the world.
Right,
where
of
it was like,
course.
Yeah.
All right, wait,
Because
let her,
she's
she's too
the
far out
puppet
there
master.
and cut her out.
She's Geppetto, you know?
Yeah.
What's her face?
Yeah.
Shanae's Pinocchio, like straight up. But what I think about Shanae's latching on to the fact that Elizabeth has ADHD, she said that, Elizabeth said that as like not really as an excuse, as kind of a passing thing, like, listen, we were in a conversation with a bunch of people, I have ADHD, it takes me a minute to process. So I probably misunderstood what you were saying, we all both misunderstood each other, let's put it behind us, whatever. It was totally a move to just get past it, not an excuse, not as a way to like make people feel bad for her. She just was like, listen, I probably didn't hear what you said, I'm probably in the wrong, we're all in the wrong, let's move past this.
Yep.
Yeah.
For Shanae to bring up and then like laugh about
Over
the
and
ADHD
over again.
was crazy. And she's right, as like everybody has ADHD, whatever. Like that was kind of a one-off thing to say, but that wasn't the thing to grab onto and then like make fun of in the house. Everybody's like, what are you talking about?
It's one thing to make, like, she made one original comment about it, but then she continued.
Wouldn't stop.
Went in multiple times on her, basically like discrediting her and saying she doesn't believe her. Basically being like, I don't really think ADHD is like a thing, that
Pretty
you're
much,
using it as an excuse.
She's like, little kids have it, like whatever.
What?
Crazy.
I could not believe on television that she was just putting this out there because one, just not cool. It's a real thing. People have it.
Yep.
It's like not something to make fun of. And she just immediately targeted her and was like, I don't believe you. Like, what?
Why would she, that's what I'm saying, why would she like say that? Also, Elizabeth is clearly much more mature than Shanae. Like,
Big
just
time.
without question, she's so much more mature. So she's not coming in here with like the shitty excuses and like, I'm lying, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm manipulating the situation. She's just coming in trying to be real and be like, look, I don't know what this is about. Let's just hug it out and get over it. Like, this is a stupid fight. I'm not here for this kind of drama. That's very much how Elizabeth is making it clear for everybody. Whereas Shanae still has Cassidy in the back of her head being like, cause as much trouble as possible. And she comes out and she's like, oh, this is something that I can make fun of. This is something that everybody's gonna get on my back for or be on my side about, and it'll be great. And it completely backfired on her.
Bad luck. What did we think about the Shanae?
No, I'm sick. I'm still sick to my stomach. I'm still sick over it.
It's not great.
No.
No.
It's so
overall.
bad.
It's similar to, when
very
in
embarrassing.
this episode they brought up freestyling. There was, I forget what was
that
it?
was also
That was
Elizabeth,
Elizabeth.
which is
Elizabeth.
tough.
Yeah.
It's tough for them both. It was a tough night for them both.
They
all
didn't
around.
end up doing it. They ended up kissing instead, which I think is a
God.
great substitute.
Thank
But anytime, the Shanae, her referring to herself as Shanae, I would say 10 to 15 times over the course of 4 minutes.
Yep.
And then her trying to do the nay, and we all almost just like passed out because we were so embarrassed, secondhand embarrassment.
Oh, I'm still mortified. I'm sick.
There was truly, I know, and Susie, that counts as a one-on-one date, so of course that has its allotted time. But the amount of time that was spent on Cassie, Shanae, and Elizabeth compared to like actual conversations, it seemed like we saw between like him and Rachel and Serene
Teddy.
and Eliza
Teddy
and
loves
Teddy.
Teddy.
Like, it's like, would love to see more of those girls, but alas, that is where the drama lies right now. And we basically, oh, by the way, Sarah got the group date rose she won the obstacle course.
Sarah
she got the group
that.
date rose. Another one I was going to say, he likes her.
He likes her too, but
He likes her.
Shanae, was it Shanae who was, obviously, who was super pissed about Sarah, like, getting that?
Yeah, of
course.
She was, like, standing on the side, like, legit pouting and be like, that should be me. Like,
I mean,
what the
she pushed
fuck?
Elizabeth
Like, blah,
over
blah.
to try and
Pushing
win, and
Elizabeth,
still
like,
lost.
over on that thing was nuts.
Still
like,
lost.
Yeah.
Tough.
That was
If
wild.
that ain't a life lesson.
Right.
Exactly.
True.
Like, that was truly insane. I think that Sarah was sweet, and her getting the group date rose made the most sense, I think, for that, totally. I think that, what do you guys think that, or how do you guys think Shanae should have acted in that situation to make her look good? Because I feel like at that point she was already looking bad, right? Did she already have the? Or no. This is before she pushed Elizabeth down. So
Wait.
She was going in like hot. So it's almost as if Cassidy wound her up for this
She pushed
date.
Elizabeth down and then went to Clayton.
And then went and then was saying all that shit.
Two-faced and yeah.
Right.
Damn, that's so crazy. I didn't realize that all happened just because of that.
Yeah, all from these moments. There might be more going on there, but we got left with a big to be continued. There was the big moment of the preview for this episode was this like someone has someone on the other side, like that the
friends with
quote
benefits.
unquote friends with benefits.
Right.
And we saw it in the last 4 minutes of the episode. So apparently Cassidy, we saw the clip. Apparently Cassidy has some younger guy, friends with benefits. They were FaceTiming when she was in the hotel, and they were talking about whatever show you're on, like we'll watch it when you get back, like the whole thing. And that information has now been told to Clayton, and we ended on him, a phenomenal moment of him saying to Jesse Palmer, has anyone ever taken a rose back? And Jesse Palmer just gave like the perfect like,
yeah. What? Yeah, what?
Yeah.
As if it's never happened. I don't think I've ever seen that happen myself. I don't know if you guys either have.
Not that I can recall.
But can I ask you both?
I love the option.
I love the option.
I love the option because in the preview, she's like, I've got a rose.
Yeah. She's like, what's he gonna do? I've got a rose.
He's like, I've got a rose.
Clear.
Just like he comes over the top. Woo!
Yeah.
I do love the option.
Take that back.
Anytime people are pushing the boundaries on this show, I'm in for it.
I'm in as well, but can I
He
truly
needs to
ask
take it
you
back,
guys?
by the way. If he doesn't take it back, that's a historical Bachelor moment that we're going to miss.
Because he said it?
Yeah, no, just because he said it.
Okay,
Like if the next episode, if he does not actually take that rose,
That'll be insane.
What is Jesse Palmer's response going to be? That's never happened before, but I don't see why not.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like,
the rules are there ain't no rules. Is
That's
what
right.
Right. He pulls out his little trusty rules book out of his back pocket. He's like,
exactly. It's like,
flipping
excuse
through.
me,
Nothing.
nothing about that.
It
Serious
appears you
question
can do whatever the fuck you want.
for both of you. This, I just
That's what it always
want
says every time
That's
he pulls
always what
out.
it says.
Do
once
whatever
again, this book once again says do whatever the fuck you want. So I guess do that.
Every page is do whatever the fuck you want. Do you think this is a justified reason to take this rose back?
Yes.
Because she has like a friend with benefits that she's been hooking up with on and off for a couple of years at home. They happen to still be talking while she's in the hotel room. She can't say where she is. She can't expose blah, 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 anything. And so this guy, whoever, is like clueless about it.
I think you're trying to
I
convince me to change my mind.
I am.
And I still think and
You
I am
think
also
so?
warped because I really want him to take the rose.
Right.
Well, of course. No, that aside.
Yes.
That I
Is
think
it
is happening.
justified?
I think we'll get that for sure. I think we're going to get it. He can't say that and then not do it.
Do you think it's justified?
But I'm just curious because I think if I go into I got a lot of people on the hook right now. Like I think if I go into a situation and I gotta
But Kelly,
I have to go in with
ready to
nothing?
get married right now?
No, certainly
Yeah,
not.
well, then
Obviously
there
not.
you go.
No,
Right,
fuck
Clayton's
no.
looking for love.
Right,
You know what I'm
so
saying?
you're saying there's a difference between what Cassidy may or may not have done and people who come on the show who are not single. Like that's a big difference.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Right, which I understand what you're saying.
100%.
I understand
And
what
that's
you're
what I'm
saying.
saying. Like there are, I mean, I don't know. I got people that I don't see for a couple of years, and all of a sudden they come back into my life. Like it's not, but that's not so crazy.
I would
I also
say-
wouldn't say that that's like I'm in a relationship with any
Now,
of
but
those.
would you go around and saying that to the other girls?
No, because I'm smarter than that.
Yeah.
That was a dumb move by her to even say that because. If she were saying it to me, like if I'm in the house, I'd be like, yeah, girl, like me too, like it's fine.
Right.
But if it was saying to somebody else, it's like, ooh, I'm gonna go tell Clayton that she's got somebody at home. Like
Further
that's
question.
Okay.
Do we think that it's possible that moment was dubbed, that conversation?
Ooh,
Because
maybe.
Cassidy did not turn her face until
True.
the end, and then like it did the audio and her matched up because somebody walked by and she
Her
turned and she was like,
surprise.
hey, like and that matched. But the sentences before that we did not actually see come out of her mouth.
That's very.
I just want to put that out
Very, very true. Which we have been fooled by that before.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I'm curious, but like I feel like that's kind
feel like
of
she
what she
probably
was
said
saying.
it.
Like it did sound like that.
Yeah,
Like, you
yeah,
can't.
yeah.
How can you chop that up
Yeah.
to make it sound like anything different? I just don't think that that's enough of a reason Like, because clearly whoever that is, she's calling it like a friends with benefits. That to me is not a relationship. That's not showing up not single. Like that's just somebody
I hear what
waiting
you're
in the
saying,
wings.
and I actually think I agree with you. The sin is telling someone else.
Yes, that is the problem. That was a stupid decision. I don't know why she's doing that. Maybe, but you know what though, Cassidy strikes me as somebody who like wants to brag about like all the men that are all up her shit. You know
Because
what I mean?
if
So she
that's-
might have been doing that as like a, well, if this doesn't work out, like don't worry, I'm still having sex at home. Like I'm not worried about it.
Because it is similar to like if you like where do you draw the line? Like it's also like when people go on the show and one guy gets accused of you're here to be the Bachelor, and when they're all pretty much there to be the Bachelor, and then it was something like this, like all right. Maybe people hook up with each other, not necessarily dating. That obviously happens. Like, how far do you have, like, when was the last time you hooked up with someone that it's okay for you to come on this show?
That's a good, are you asking that question?
No,
Are you
I'm
saying,
saying,
are you
like,
saying it generally speaking?
Is that like the
what
general
is the
idea?
time?
Because it's not a relationship necessarily.
Right.
But it's like,
I think
how far out?
I think if you know you're going on the show, like for example, Cassidy knows she's going on the show, but this friends with benefits like allegedly doesn't know that she's going on The Bachelor. Like he has no idea what reality show she's on. So much so that he's saying like, let's watch it together when you get home.
Right.
Has no idea like what it is. In that case, I feel like she has to be like, it's a dating show and we can't talk anymore. Or we haven't, it has to be like maybe at least a month or two since you've hooked up. Like, I feel like it can't be like we hooked up 2 days ago and now I'm here filming for The Bachelor. Like that's maybe a little much. But at the same time, I don't know. If it's not, you're not dating, like you're really not dating.
No, but I think we are concentrating too much on her situation and like Clayton's the guy with the roses here. Like Clayton's the guy who decides if that is not okay or not. And I think Clayton thinks that that's not going to fly because if you're the Bachelor, like you're a guy, Bachelor or Bachelorette, any slight sign of one of your contestants not being totally like 100% invested in you when you have so many other contestants being like, I'm here for you and I can't wait. I'm like, I want all this. Like, you're always going to doubt the girl that says, oh, well, I have some guy that's waiting at home. Like, we're not serious, but like, because that it also doesn't sell this. It doesn't sell the show. Like for Clayton, that doesn't sell the show. Cassidy and Clayton being like, oh, we'll just see what happens. Like maybe we'll date. Like that doesn't sell the show. What sells the show is Cassidy is not ready to get married and therefore needs to be kicked off the show.
Yes. You're absolutely right on that.
You would certainly prefer someone to not be having those conversations and bragging about it.
Yeah,
right. With 28, 27 other girls, that feels like something you don't have to willingly deal with.
Yeah. That's just, I think you're right, Trent. It's just like bad gameplay because there's no way that all of the, I mean, of course, under the illusion of The Bachelor, all of these women are coming in the most desperate with zero. They've never met a man in their life before they met Clayton. You know what I mean? Like that's just. I was just noticing like.
I think we almost need to put a strawberry count on the screen.
I know.
We're going in for number 3.
He's got the like carcasses on his thing.
You keep going for the ones with the sprinkles.
I know they're even messier.
Risky.
They're even messier.
Risky.
It's crazy.
Risky business.
Anyway. But I was saying, I just think that I think that they want us to believe that these girls are coming in with zero ties at home, like in a the lowest way. Realistically, nobody's like that. But it's stupid that Cassidy is talking about it. Yeah. And you're right. If I'm Clayton, because he loves this. He loves being the Bachelor. He loves having these girls on the hook. Like he is like, these women are there for me. For sure. And that's it.
That's not gonna fly for Clayton.
No.
Okay. Would you like to go into the YouTube and get some questions?
Yes.
I want to give a special shout out to Dad Chat.
Out of the bushes.
Once again, the Cutting Stems group, always on fire. We love popping in there and seeing what you guys are saying. Kelly was popping in just to be like, these girls suck tonight. And
I was there to talk some shit.
It kind of felt like that's how everyone was feeling, I would say. So you can go to dadchat.com/Barstool. You can download the app, learn more about it. Join the Cutting Stems group, Chicks in the Office group. So many great things on Dad Chat. Social
Trent,
networking.
People are just begging you to get a napkin. Get him a napkin. Oh my God.
I'm begging for a
Get
napkin.
this man to get a napkin.
I
mean,
we're not. It's okay. Don't worry about it. It's
I would just
Everybody's
people
jealous.
probably think we're somewhere in the Barstool office. We are in a basement of
we're
an
in like
empty building down the street.
Right, it's like our new studio.
God, that's so true.
The carcass, people like the carcass.
That was a
thing.
perfect description.
We're in a basement of a building,
Yeah, we are.
empty building down the
Down the
street.
street. That is where we.
Yeah.
That's exactly where
Yeah.
we
We
are.
have to put our
So
coats
people
on to get
sent
over
through some
here.
Yeah,
questions.
we did.
I'm getting
so
a little bit of
we're
delay.
not in the. We're not even
Question:
in the
will,
office.
anyone ever give Trent a napkin? Great question.
Oh wait, here we go. We can toss that box.
Oh, that's great. Perfect.
Awesome.
Oh,
Thank you
someone
very
says.
much.
Wait a minute. Someone says there was a hot tub. Did I miss that on the yacht?
You know what, Kelly? I almost said that, but you said it so surely
I
that
just thought-
were they not sitting in
I know
the
they
hot
were
tub
jumping
on
off
the.
They must have been. I know they
I
were
think
jumping
they were
off the
sitting
boat
in a
into
hot
the water.
tub on the yacht.
Damn, I
I'm
didn't know.
pretty sure.
I missed that as well.
Damn. Okay.
I'm not gonna lie, guys. We did have the football game on another TV.
Yeah, we were
my
giving it.
eyes were drifting.
We didn't give our. I'll speak for myself. I didn't give my full attention to the show. I was a little distracted tonight.
Could
I was
someone
eating soup.
get Trent a napkin?
Let's see. Here's a good question. Who is trying to get a husband and who is trying to get a ticket to paradise?
Wait, say it again.
Sorry.
Oh, man.
I saw you laughing with chocolate in your mouth.
It's just
Oh,
look at the
shit.
screen.
Who is? Oh, that's a great
Can
question.
anybody
Can
get
anybody?
Trent a napkin?
All right, we
Can
got it.
anyone?
Get this
Much
man a
appreciated.
All right, here's a
napkin.
good question. Who is trying to get a husband and who is trying to get a ticket to paradise so far? Have we seen?
I think Susie is trying to get a husband or trying to be the Bachelorette. I think.
Interesting.
I think Shanae, Cassidy, Elizabeth are all trying to get to paradise.
Agreed. I think Elizabeth might be 50-50. She's
might
like,
be. She
I'm
might
cool with
be.
paradise, but also maybe Clayton.
Yeah.
I think Elizabeth has got the
I like Elizabeth.
Me too. I think she got involved in something that she didn't want to be involved
Yeah,
in,
for
and the
sure.
only reason she got involved in it is because she sat next to
Yep.
Clayton when Shanae wanted to.
Yeah.
I think she's very
Super
much.
fair.
I think the jury's still out. Shanae and Cassidy.
Yeah.
Paradise.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let's see.
I don't know enough about the other girls yet, I think.
Why?
Teddy's there for.
I think she's there for good reason.
for good reason.
I think she's maybe the only genuine one
Yeah.
there, like that
Yeah.
we've seen really
Yeah.
so far.
Yeah.
People are asking, why do we think they are showing the final girls in these like previews? Like,
I
why do
don't-
they keep
It's
showing
a
this?
fake out.
It
It's
has
gotta
to be
be.
a fake out, right?
It's
a
simply
fake out.
it simply has
Because
to
they
be.
There's
showed
no
them again
chance.
today. And
Yeah,
it's
there's
like,
no
why
chance.
are you still showing them?
They've shown it so many times now that there is no way that those are actually the final girls.
Agreed.
No shot.
No way.
Agreed. They've cut it up in a way and they've made it dramatic enough where they're making it seem like it is, but it's just not.
Yeah.
It can't be.
Yeah.
That would ruin the whole. They've never done that.
For sure.
They've never done that. So they're tricking us.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they have to be.
Clayton very much like you shout out Devin. She posted a tweet on the Chicks in the Office Twitter being like Michelle's ability to read people and now Clayton's ability to read people, and it was like an arrow going up and then an arrow crashing
Yeah.
down, and he retweeted it and was like, "This is probably true." Like,
Yeah.
He was like, "This gets better later in the season, maybe, probably not."
Yeah.
He's a
It's
self-aware
just-
guy.
It
Yeah.
is. It's nice that he's self-aware, especially. I mean, I feel like he has to be, especially when everybody was, or he came on and everybody was roasting him. Caitlin Bristow reading the.
I mean, you just got a lone pink sprinkle
Oh.
right there.
Jesus, Jesus. All right, let's see. Someone asks, if you had to be friends with either of the villains, which would you choose? So
Oh.
I assume Cassidy or Shanae.
Well,
I choose Cassidy a million
You
times.
have
I
to
think
pick
Cassidy.
Cassidy.
I piss her a million times
because
over.
I think Cassidy is.
there's some.
I think Cassidy is a leader in her villainness.
That's right.
And I think Shanae is a follower, and I'm
course.
gonna go with Cassidy.
Yeah,
I'm going with
Shanae is
Cassidy
like
all
a
day.
bit. Is like she's a bit of like a zombie.
Yeah.
In
I think
that way.
Cassidy wants to be on reality TV.
Completely.
And you know.
So far, so good.
Yeah.
She's doing a
Yeah,
great job.
exactly.
She's killing it.
Exactly.
We love her for that.
Yeah.
Do we think there'll be an Elizabeth Shanae 2-on-1? Which I think that we haven't had a 2-on-1 in a long time, right?
Sounds like a foreign thing.
Right? When's
Yeah.
the last time we had a
I
2-on-1
have
where
no
somebody got to
idea.
go home?
I don't
Those
know.
were always the best.
Those
My
were the
favorite
best.
2-on-1, always, and you'll remember, Aaron and Chad.
Yes.
Yeah.
The best 2-on-1
Yeah.
where
Little
they
Aaron.
both, little Aaron, and they were both just so awful and so like, they just made each other look terrible as the minutes went on. Oh my God, it was
That was
terrible.
JoJo.
JoJo season,
Who
yeah,
was the
JoJo
girl
season.
also
That was my favorite
got,
2-on-1 of all
left
time.
on the island,
Oh.
or that,
Olivia, that was Olivia Caridi.
That was
Yeah,
Olivia.
Olivia Caridi,
The
shout out to
villain of
her.
the
Someone else got left. Like
I think a
that
lot of
as
people
well.
were marooned.
They had a run where they were leaving people.
Yeah,
Like on an
yeah.
island or on the cliffs of Ireland, I think.
Yeah, if
That's one of
anything,
them.
that is from what we've seen this date with the helicopter, the yacht, the everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're leaving a girl on an island.
I
this
think you're
season.
right.
They have to.
They have to.
They have
It's
be.
been a while since we've had
Yeah.
like some real gut wrenching drama
Yeah.
like that. I feel like nobody's been like pulverized to dust in a while.
Yeah.
You know.
All right. Should we take one more and then we'll cut
take
some stems?
We'll take one more.
We're chatty Cathy's.
Yeah, we are
We
so
are.
chatty.
Yeah.
Damn, people are asking like the same questions. I know. Let's see. People are. I don't know. I can't tell if like maybe Rhea said something. People are like, "What if Rhea was on the show?" Like she must have said something. But there's like 100 people being like, "What if Rhea was on the show?" I think Rhea would stomp all over these girls. Is the thing. Like she would hate it after 2 minutes. Like these girls are too dumb. No
She
offense.
absolutely would, and she has made it very clear. She said it a million times. She's far too jealous to go on a show like this.
Oh, yeah,
the
oh, yeah.
worst
I
side
feel
of
the
her
same.
would come out,
Totally.
and she would never sign up to
Totally.
show that willingly.
Completely.
To the nation.
Yes.
No,
To
it'd be-
willingly put herself out there in that way, which is totally fair. That's some self-awareness.
That is.
That is a
Yeah.
self-aware queen right there. That Rhea.
That's good. That's good. We'll do one quick one.
Okay.
Will Clayton ever have any idea? Will Clayton ever know what the fuck is going on?
No.
Will he ever have any
Nope.
idea what's going on?
No.
No, he won't.
Nope.
And to be
Unfortunately,
honest,
I can confidently say.
the longer we watch this,
No.
I can also confidently say, no, I don't think so. He just kind of sits there with his head in the clouds and he's just chilling.
Even like in the more serious conversations, we're not getting a lot out of him quite yet. You know, like it's
Yeah.
like, yeah,
Like when
nice.
Yeah.
Susie
Thanks.
was talking about her dad.
Yeah,
and-
she's like, he was like, yeah, I love that. Thanks for sharing.
Yeah.
Like, and that is normally what the Bachelor, the Bachelorette says.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's just something about Clayton where it still feels like he's looking around like,
Can you
what am I
believe this?
supposed to do?
He's like starstruck by their beauty always.
Yeah.
Like he just like loves a pretty girl. Like that's just that's
Who
his
doesn't?
thing.
Who doesn't?
Who doesn't?
Who
Good
doesn't?
question.
All right, let's give out some roses. Let's cut some stems. There's
Perfect.
so many potential stem cuts and not a lot of roses. Honestly,
Not
it
a
feels
lot
like
of
there's so
roses.
many potential stem cuts on the table here.
Yep.
Trent, why don't you go first
Oh,
tonight?
great,
Trent.
great. Okay,
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna give my rose out first to.
Okay.
I'm gonna give my rose to the helicopter, and
Okay.
not because
Oh, I know
of
why.
the beauty of it or
I know why.
the immaculate views that it provides,
Yeah.
or that it can land on a yacht.
Yeah.
Just that it was simply able to stay in the air
Yeah.
because Clayton is such a large man, and I love the guy. He called me in the chicks in the office last week and called me out for saying
Yep.
how big his head and his face were.
Yeah.
Yep.
So he called me out, but he's just, if you go back and watch that
Oh,
scene,
yeah. It's
Well, you
insane.
just have to add his thighs to the
He
list, like his
is-
head, his hands, his
Yeah.
face, his thigh. He is so. He just takes up so much space in a way
He
that
did not
you
look
almost
like he
don't
fit
expect.
into that helicopter.
and Susie
Yeah.
is just so small
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
little, and then he's just like, look at these views, this is amazing. It's just,
It has to
and
be
the pilot's
worse.
like, we gotta land this thing now, we can't get back to land, we gotta land on the
He
boat.
put
It has to be
his-
worse because they're all so small, right? Like
Oh,
the same
yes.
thing
Yeah.
with like Euphoria,
He
Jacob
put his
Elordi.
hand-
He's 6'5", and he's like all these girls that I work with are like 5'2".
yeah,
Like
yeah.
it has to be like an
100%, but he is also big, and he also like. There's the same thing with Jacob Elordi. He's still 6'5".
Yeah,
like,
he's
as
so
much as he
big.
wants
He's
to
so
say he's
huge.
not like. Yeah, there was one moment where Clayton put his hand like on I think it was Serene's back.
Yeah.
Just-
and it was just his entire hand
I've never seen a
covered
hand so
her
big.
entire backside. Like it was
Her
like
whole lower back and butt.
I
like,
couldn't
it was just
believe
a whole
it.
thing.
Yeah, it's just
It was
it's-
wild.
And
It's
it
incredible.
honestly comes from,
It's incredible.
for me at least, it comes from a place of jealousy, because
Yeah.
he's just huge.
Of course.
Yeah.
And I wish I was 6'5" and looked like a linebacker.
It's just for
Yep.
me. It's just awe. Like it just
Yeah.
comes from a place of awe. Like
No,
just
it's wild. That's what I'm saying.
just
Like
look
in
at that.
person, I almost want to
How
see in
can-
person. Like
yeah.
what's it like? I need
know.
to see it with my own self for comparison because I
yeah,
feel like these
definitely.
girls are small.
All right, what are we
All right,
cutting,
I'll cut us down. I didn't put much thought into this one, just because you said there were a lot of stems to cut, and I think there's a couple.
think there was a lot.
I'll go with an obvious one,
Okay.
Shanae.
Okay.
All right, that's
Just
what I was gonna
even if you're gonna be a villain, that's fine.
Yeah.
I think we're all okay with that. It's
say.
reality
Yes.
TV.
Love a villain.
Love a villain. Cassidy, as much as you need somebody to boo. It makes it more fun.
Yes.
But what you don't want to be is a mindless villain.
Yes.
Yeah.
Someone who is being controlled by someone else. Be your own villain. And Shanae is not that, so I have to cut her stem.
Yeah.
Be your own villain. I love that.
Be your own villain.
I love that a lot.
Slap that on a shirt.
I was like, I'm like, whoa.
your own
Be your own
villain.
villain. I'm gonna
Yeah.
be careful tomorrow. Like tomorrow, there's gonna
Okay.
be your own villain.
Kelly, you
merch
want to
in
go
the
ahead?
store.
That's fair.
Okay, my rose I'm going to give to, oh shit, I just lost my rose. Oh no, Hilary Duff. I'm gonna give my rose to Hilary Duff.
good one.
Good one.
Love her. I thought she
one.
handled that well. She was cute, she was sweet, she wasn't annoying. She was like the coolest celebrity I think that they've like ever had on. She's great. Love her so
Seems
much.
to be one of the more well-adjusted
Totally.
child star people.
Without question, without
Yeah.
question. And she's a great mom. She's all
Yeah.
involved. Everybody loves her. Love Hilary Duff. I'm going to cut the stem of specifically Shanae's whip and nay nay.
Yep.
I have
Thank
never
you. Thank God.
felt more uncomfortable
God.
than I felt in that moment watching
Same.
her do that.
You
Her,
visibly, like,
no, I
recoiled.
literally was because she was sitting there
But
being
not
like,
only that,
people
but
don't
though,
her
like
explanation.
I've been acting like I haven't been acting like Shanae. I've been Shanae. Like
Yes.
it was just tough.
And Shanae just wants to come out
Yeah.
and like she's coming out now and then
Yeah.
she stands up and does the whip nay
Yeah, it's
nay
terrible.
terribly. Like not even
Terrible.
it wasn't even like a good dance. Like
Thought
she did
she
a
was- she thought it was
horrible-
good.
She thought
did it
that
so
she
many
killed
times.
it. She was like yeah, she wouldn't stop doing it. And maybe they replayed it a few times, like too many, but like holy shit, sit the fuck
did it so
down,
many times.
girl. After that moment I hated her. I was like never, you can't come back from this. It was too embarrassing. I hated her. Hate.
I am gonna give my rose. I really don't have a lot.
It's so hard. There wasn't a lot
There
of
wasn't a lot that I was dying for this
maybe
episode.
you're Elizabeth. You do love Elizabeth, or you did. What do you think about her still?
Look, I like Elizabeth, and I think she's not getting a fair shot here. We'll
I
see
agree.
what happens.
I agree.
I'm actually going to give my rose to Jesse Palmer for this one. I
Yes.
just,
Love Jesse Palmer.
for two reasons. One, I can't get over the fact that like he is continuing to remind people that he was, yes, the Bachelor at some point. He said that to the women at the beginning, despite the fact that he has spent his entire career post-Bachelor trying to get people to forget he was the Bachelor.
Yes.
And his face at the end was just top-notch. So I'm gonna those two moments, fantastic.
You know what I think he's decided
like
to
that
do
a
differently? He's decided to do a lot of things similarly to Chris Harrison in terms of presentation and the way that he does things. But I think he's going to have more emotion than
Yeah.
Chris Harrison. Like,
Yeah.
like what we're talking
Yeah.
about with that face. Like Harrison would have just been like,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
we'll talk about that
Yeah,
in 2
yeah,
weeks.
yeah.
But Palmer's like, whoa,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Well, you know what? Honestly, early days Harrison was kind of like that. I feel like by the
Okay.
time by the time we were doing the show and recapping, Harrison had seen it all. So it's
Yeah.
like,
Right.
well, and Jesse Palmer's like kind of new,
This is all new
fresh,
to him for the most
and
part.
it's like he can't quite remember it from his time, and he's on the other side for the first time. So he's going to give us a little bit of the emotion that maybe Chris Harrison is a little too seasoned to feel.
Okay, I
Yeah.
like it.
Yeah.
I have to say that I think that. Oh, I also really loved. I think it was Genevieve who, during the first group date, when they were all confronting Cassidy, she was like, "It's for the kids."
Yeah,
yeah.
That,
The kids.
She's like, it's for the kids.
that cake was for mine.
Genevieve, the most
It's
Genevieve
for
ever.
the kids. Yeah, and yeah, drop the cake. Honestly, Cassidy deserves a stem cut just in general, just for pretty much
does, yeah.
everything that came out of her mouth.
She does.
So I have got a joint one. It's gonna go to her and her minion Shanae for the ADHD thing.
Yeah.
Specifically, that was weird. Why did she harbor on that
strange.
for as long as she did? That's not like. It was weird. It was uncomfortable. Like
Way
that's
too many
not funny.
times.
Like you can't be like out there being like she doesn't
No.
she doesn't have it. You're a liar.
It was really strange behavior.
Weird.
Very strange
Weird.
behavior,
Didn't
really
like that at all.
inappropriate. And she even said, Elizabeth said it. She's like, Shanae, I think this is inappropriate.
Yeah.
Like she said
and
it
not
a
only
bunch
that,
of
like
times.
she also went back to the group and like told all the girls like
She's got
Elizabeth
ADHD.
and Elizabeth was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, she was like scarlet lettering her for
Yeah.
having, it was weird. It was
Really
weird.
very bizarre.
Very strange.
But I think that wraps it up. We'll be back in 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
No episode on Monday thanks to playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll be back in 2 weeks. Everyone, stock up on your edible arrangements. One last strawberry for the road here, Trent?
Yeah, I'll do
I would,
one
I would
more.
like,
One
can you
last
give me, can I have a
one
straw?
down.
Come on,
Pass
let's
one
do
I
it.
want a
down.
straw.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
The
take
ones
this
with the
guy.
sprinkles are the
No,
best,
listen,
though.
I hate sprinkles.
What is that? Okay.
They taste like chalk.
They taste like
We
chocolate.
can unpack
What?
that in 2 weeks.
Yeah, we'll talk about it
Okay.
later.
Ah!
Oh, shit.
Cheers.
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 Shout out to Edible
Thanks,
Arrangements.
Edible Arrangements.
Thank you.
Come on, man. Come on.
Got me every time.